everybody. This is me, Edward Jones. I'm back with a new video, and the title of this video is Do Unto Others Before and During SHTF. One of the things I like to do, I like to read articles, and I like to interact with different people. I like meeting new people, and I like to see, I like to see if, how do they act towards others? How do they treat me? How do they treat people around me? If we're having a conversation, how do they treat the person that's other people maybe in the general area or news articles. How are people treating each other? And I figured that, it'd be important for me to make this video to show that it is very important that we watch how we treat certain people and watch how we treat everyone around us. Now, I chose the title, "Do Unto Others." Do unto others as like others do unto you. Um, it's a very important rule to live by. Um, I even go so far. I try to practice what Christ taught is love God and love your neighbor as yourself. And your neighbor is basically everyone else around you. So it's important that you treat people around you with love and care and kindness and patience. Because not only because it's the right thing to do, but because it can have a direct effect on you somewhere down the road. Now this right here is going to be for those who may have felt hurt by some of the things that people do around them. For those, now if you've been, there are people that talk nasty towards you, or people have mistreated you, haven't treated you right, treated you like you're dirt. First off, I would say, and if you do this, I think it's very important. Pray for them. Pray for them. Pray to God that whatever they're going through, if it caused them to be such a nasty person, is something that that the Lord will see them through. While doing that, if you can, live peaceably around them. Try to treat them with respect, if you can. Try to show some concern if you notice something off about them, and you may have a direct impact on their behavior towards you or other people. I'd say try to address it in a nice manner. Understand and just let them know that you do care, and you hope whatever they're going through that it can be worked out. I had there's several people I worked with where they've had certain there was things going on around them, and they let it get to them. They let it get the best of them, and they're taking it out on other people. And I'm guilty of that myself. I'm not perfect. I've done that before, but I work real hard to keep from doing it. And if I do come across people like that, I try to talk to them to see what's going on. Is there anything you want to talk about? And because of that, you want to make sure you do this before things go bad all around you. Before things go bad, whether it be a personal matter or things that we look at social events around us, and before they get worse, you want to make sure that you've done what you can to treat people around you with love and respect, because people will remember that. They may not. There's a saying that someone told me. You may not remember a person. People may not remember your name, but they will remember how you made them feel. And if things are falling apart all around us, but you remember that you treated certain people with love and kindness and respect. Nothing may come out of it. Something may come out of those actions. Something good may come out of those actions. You may be in a position where you may need some help, and your neighbor, whether it be across the street or someone across town, if you wind up crossing paths, the person could be in a position to help you. And they also feel like maybe things are falling apart around us. I should help this person because before all this went on, they were kind to me. They listened to my problems. They helped me through certain situations. They still treated me well, even though I acted an ass towards them. And that's very important that because in that we can also it is also build it can build new bonds. It can even strengthen old ones. And so it's good to continue to treat the people who are around you with love. You know, try to figure out what's wrong. If you can, help them resolve it, or pray for them. But if it can't be resolved, the best thing you can do is don't feed into it. Don't feed into the bad, whether the bad person says stuff they're going through. Leave them alone. If you can't be peaceful around them, leave them alone. Leave them to their own devices. Now, this is for those who, and you should know yourself. Like I said before, I'm not perfect. I've done it in the past, and I work hard not to do it now. But those of you out there who you have a short temper, you're kind of you. I mean, we have to be honest with each other. We have to be honest with ourselves. You're nasty towards others. You you don't treat people well. You may lie. You may cheat. Some other people. I'd say right now, while things are relatively stable, correct those behaviors immediately. Um, you'd have to stop that. You have to stop that kind of behavior. Um, you have to start treating people around you well. You have to start treating them with respect. You have to start treating them with dignity. Treat them nicely. Um, you have to do this right now. I tell you, when things go bad, the best thing that can happen is that no one will want to help you. Um, like I said, they may not remember your name, but they will remember how you made them feel. Some people aren't so forgiving, and and like I said, the best thing that can happen, they don't have anything to do with you. They avoid, they avoid you, because they believe you'll continue to bring nothing but trouble, which can actually cost you a lot when it comes to gathering information, and getting supplies, especially if those of you out there who have family members whom you're responsible for, and you don't want to be put in a position where you could have received help, but early on you were nasty towards this person. You called them an idiot, or um, you weren't respectable towards them. You didn't consider the situation that they may have been in, and all they needed was a kind word, but you brushed them off. So you want to correct that. I'd say the best thing you do is make amends. Try to apologize to those kind of people. Let them understand that you're sorry, and be sincere about it. You don't want to come off as being a fake. You want to really examine yourself and recognize things that you were doing wrong in the first place. Now, like I said, the best that can happen, if you're nasty towards others, is that they don't want anything to do with you. The worst that can happen is that people take advantage of the situation to settle scores, and that means if things are falling, if let's say let's say the shit hit the fan, and there's you're trying to protect yourself and protect your family. You're hunkering down in your house. Let's say you get a knock at the door, and you're cautious about you're cautious about what's going on around you. And it turns out you find out the person outside your door, who may soon enough be banging on the door and trying to kick the door in, is someone you was once nasty with, someone who you treated disrespectfully, you didn't treat well, and now they're wanting to, they look for payback. That's the worst situation, because you just created an enemy during a time when nothing, when things seemed okay. But the problem is that person that you treated wrong, they didn't let go. They weren't able to get over it. They weren't able to make amends weren't made, and they're looking to take advantage of the situation. And that's a very dangerous place to be, especially if your family gets drug into it. Now with that being said, I figured I'd bring that attention to like I said, those of you out there who, let's be honest, be honest with yourself. were nasty, or you were maybe once nasty with someone, or maybe not even once, but if it's a continuous chain of negative behavior towards others. And for this, I'll actually especially direct this towards those of you who are police officers. Um, I don't normally associate with police officers, but I generally don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anyone getting hurt, honestly. But one thing you have to keep in mind is the people that you do interact with. Most of them, they have an impact on what happens to you down the road. And you know, God forbid you were to treat someone with disrespect. You were to hassle someone. This even go for employers. If you didn't treat your employees well, you didn't treat them with respect. You had certain negative behavior towards them. They may, like I said, best thing that can happen. No one want to interact with you. Worst thing that can happen, people take advantage of the situation to try to get payback. And there are those kinds of people out there. So like I said, you want to watch how you treat other people. That's before that's before shit's the fan. I guess now during, you want to continue to still treat people well, treat them with respect. You may have a heightened sense of security about the kind of people you interact with. Like I said, continue to treat those who don't appear to be a threat. Just be generally nice. Be cautious, but don't be coercive or aggressive towards them. They may pick it's first off, it's wrong. If you are, it'll be wrong, and second, they may pick up on it, and they may want to do something about it towards you. And it may not be anything nice, especially if you have family members that you're responsible for. I figure it's important to talk about this kind of stuff because I mean, I like other preppers out there. I usually like to talk about gear and talk about food and talk about situations. But I feel that it's important that we talk about mindsets. We talk about our own personal behaviors, our own personal traits, and how those can be benefits or hazards. Before and during the shit has hit the fan. So those of you out there, do unto others as you want others to do unto you. Not just because it's the right thing to do, but because it can actually have somewhat of a direct or indirect, well, more so a direct impact on your future, whether things go bad or not. It's always good to treat people well because it builds closer bonds with people who need to band together. They're able to because they recognize this person before all this stuff went on, or treated them well, or they may have said something bad and they felt bad about it. They went back and apologized, and went back to make amends. And for those of you who like I said, who've been hurt, pray for those people who are doing it. Try to figure out what's going on if you can, and if you can't help them, continue to help others around you. For those of you who, knowing yourselves, you do treat people with some negativity, I say you want to fix that right now because it can, best thing that can happen, no one will be around you. Worst thing that can happen, you attract a lot of enemies, and they bring their grudges along with it. But that's my video. If you have any comments or questions or statements, whether good or bad, please send me please comment on this video. Send me a personal message. As I said before, if you think I'm an a-hole for the things I've said, direct it towards me. I've asked you to please show the other people who watch this video and who leave comments in the comment section. Please treat them with respect. But that's the video. Do unto others as like others do unto you. I'm Edward Jones, and you have a blessed day.